Welcome to Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Today is Tuesday, March 8th, 2022. Let's take a look at today's charts. At number one, BTC is at $38,438.04, down 0.09%. Ethereum number two, $2,538.12, down 0.44%. At number three, Tether, $1. BNB number four, $383.18, up 2.61%. USD coin number five, 99 cents. At number six, XRP, 72 cents, up 0.83%. Terra at number seven, $79.29, down 0.55%. Cardano at number eight, 79 cents, down 2.52%. Solana at number nine, $82.22, down 0.92%. And last but not least, Avalanche at number 10, $72.34, down 0.30%. Let's take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are getting too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. And today, extreme fear at 21. Yesterday was extreme fear at 23. Last week was neutral at 51. And last month was fear at 37. Let's take a look at our 5 articles today. Article number 1 is Axie Infinity in demand. Yes, but is it delivering well enough? Article 2, Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak calls Bitcoin pure gold mathematics, and the reason shows why crypto should be here to stay. Article number 3, expanding on Aave's investors' return to this particular trend. Article 4, 9 tax changes to know before filing your 2021 federal return. And last but not least, main topic today is Ukraine is buying bulletproof vests and night vision goggles using crypto. All right, before we get into the articles, just want to say thank you so much to all my supporters and all my subscribers. Thank you so much for helping me out at Dave's Daily Crypto Take. If you do have Apple, Spotify, or Google Podcasts, you can catch me at Dave's Daily Crypto Take and YouTube videos as well. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into it, everyone. Article number 1 is Axie Infinity in demand. Yes, but is it delivering well enough? Axie Infinity bought GameFi and NFTs to prominence with its play-to-earn model. Ergo, it is not surprising that to date, it stands to be the most sought-after NFT. Alas, in a market where NFTs are becoming the next big thing, can Axie continue to keep its crown? Axie Infinity is still at number 1. According to a research report from Design Bundles, Axie Infinity was the most searched NFT on Google over a month. Bringing in over 3.86 million searches, Axie was way ahead of its closest competitors. The sandbox had far fewer searches with a figure of 555K, while NBA Prime Shot took the third spot with 477K searches. Even so, so many wonder how and why Axie is in more demand than many other well-known NFTs in the market. CryptoPunks, known to be some of the most expensive NFTs, Bored Ape Yacht Club, selling for almost $40 million, exist, and yet these were ranked 9th and 10th respectively in the research report. The reason behind this is the GameFi model of Axie Infinity, one that has made its NFTs a very important resource. At one point during the pandemic, Axie Infinity became a primary source of income in the Philippines and had to be classified as currency by the government there. Since earnings from the game allure more players, the mandate of owning 3 Axies is also contributing to the demand. In fact, about 2 weeks ago, Axie Infinity became the first NFT series to cross $4 billion in sales. In comparison, CryptoPunks has only managed to conduct $2 billion in sales to date. However, the price movement of the Axie Infinity shards is still influenced by the broader market trend. A big reason behind this is the correlation between Axis and Bitcoin. The same has been above 0.8 since December, so going forward, the King coin will be calling the shots in Axis' case as well. Even after the aforementioned news came out, there wasn't much bullishness observed, hence the evidence is right there. So, Axie Infinity in demand, yes, but is it delivering well enough? Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Okay, article number 2. Steve Wozniak calls Bitcoin pure gold mathematics, and the reason shows why crypto could be here to stay. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak is a big proponent of Bitcoin, but is very wary of other cryptocurrencies and related non-fungible tokens. During a recent interview with Business Insider, Wozniak said Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that's pure gold mathematics, praising the underlying technology and calculations that underpin the best-known cryptocurrency. Wozniak has always been a proponent of cutting-edge technology, having helped usher the era of personal computing alongside the late Steve Jobs. Indeed, last summer, Wozniak praised the technical merits of Bitcoin during a tech conference, describing it as the most amazing mathematical miracle. However, Wozniak remarked during the insider interview that there could be many ripoffs among the deluge of new crypto projects and NFTs, whose overseers may be unscrupulous people. There's so many cryptocurrencies that come out now. Everybody has a way to create a new one, and you have a celebrity star with it. So Wozniak said, it seems like they're just collecting a bunch of money from people who want to invest at the very earliest stage when it's worth pennies. So what makes Bitcoin special? Well, what do you think about it? Here it says, what is pure gold about Bitcoin's math? Although he didn't elaborate during the interview as to why he is keen about Bitcoin's mathematics, he likely appreciates that the calculations presumably help provide a technical explanation for Bitcoin's supposed stability relative to gold. Bitcoin proponents have long referred to the cryptocurrency as a store of value comparable to gold because its underlying technology presumably helps prevent counterfeiting and helps maintain a fixed supply, among other reasons. In January, Goldman Sachs predicted that Bitcoin would continue to take market share from gold, underscoring its rising popularity. Citadel CEO Ken Griffin said last week that he was wrong about cryptocurrencies in general, having previously called them a jihadist call against the US dollar. That the market capitalization of the crypto market has reached about $2 trillion in round numbers shows people that Griffin hasn't been right on this call, he said during an interview with Bloomberg. The Woz's adventures in crypto, Wozniak is no stranger to crypto either. For instance, he is a judge on the Unicorn Hunters reality television show in which viewers can invest in startups that compete on the Shark Tank-like program. In February, Unicorn Hunters executives debuted the Unicorn cryptocurrency, which they claim was designed to address extreme volatility, the major problem of traditional tokens, and to offer its holders protection from inflation. Wozniak said Unicorn is really opening up the world of startup investment to the masses, and he's hoping that it becomes very successful. He contrasted Unicorn to other cryptocurrencies, saying that it isn't just based on words and talks, but is instead really based on the outcome of investments. He didn't mention whether he was impressed with the underlying technology or mathematics behind Unicorn, as he did with Bitcoin. Wozniak recently sang Bitcoin's praises during an October interview with Yahoo News, in which he commented about the cryptocurrency's mathematical purity. Bitcoin isn't run by some company, Wozniak told Yahoo News. It's just mathematically pure, and I believe nature over humans always. So there you guys have it. What do you guys think about this article? Steve Wozniak calls Bitcoin pure gold mathematics and the reasons why crypto would be here to stay. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. All right, article number 3. Expanding on Aave's investors' return to this particular trend. Continuing its streak of losses, Aave fell by another 18% in the first week of March. It also lost a critical support of $122. Consequently, Aave at press time was at a new 13-month low. At the time of writing, it was trading at $119. Aave bamboozles investors. On March 5th, Aave managed to save itself from a red candle and closed in the green. Even so, many investors bought Aave in this level, considering it at the current market bottom. On-chain data supports the thesis since on 5th of March, the protocol saw the most number of new users in over 9 months. Similarly, a sudden spike in deposits was also recorded. In fact, within just 2 days, deposits on Aave rose by 375% on the charts. On the contrary, investors who were expecting a sudden price hike were left disheartened. At the time of writing, Aave was down by another 4.33%. Furthermore, it is difficult to ascertain if things will get better for Aave anytime soon. First of all, the parabolic SAR pointed to the beginning of another downtrend as the white dots of the indicator changed their position and moved above the candlesticks. Another concern, in addition to the SAR, was the average directional index, which stood at 24.82 at press time. Should it cross 25.0 on the continuing rising, and downtrend will gain strength, and it will definitely be against Aave's positive recovery. In fact, the relative strength index failed to recover from the bearish zone as it remained stuck below the 40 mark. Investors seem to be disappointed with the token's performance. It is therefore needed that Aave invites demand and goes for a ride up. Interestingly, after the DeFi coin rallied by 11% on the 28th of February, transactions rose to hit $158 million. Although this wasn't a big deal in comparative terms, it was a feat unseen in almost 2 months. Whether or not this will lure in new investors to buy the dip remains a mystery since the risk-adjusted returns of negative 2.4 were flashing a clear no sign. Even so, investors' behavior in the near term cannot be predicted. By extension, neither can the price action. So there you guys have it. What do you guys think about this article? Expanding on obvious investors' return to this particular trend. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. All right, before we get into the next round of articles, just want to say thank you so much to everyone that's been listening in. Again, if you have friends or family members that are interested in unbiased crypto news, send them my way at Dave's Daily Crypto Take on Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. And if you're in a YouTube space, like, share, and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Article number 4, 9 tax changes to know before filing your 2021 federal return. 3 points in this article. Number 1, there are several important tax deductions and credits you may be able to claim for 2021. 2, pandemic relief tax provisions for unemployment benefits were not continued for the 2021 tax year. And 3, the government is tightening down compliance on cryptocurrency reporting. Preparing your federal taxes can be a daunting task, and every year some things change, making it even more onerous for the average taxpayer. Everything from changes in the standard deduction and tax brackets to pandemic-related tax provisions can affect your return for the 2021 tax year. The bad news is the tax returns are more complicated this year. This is Mark Steber, Chief Tax Information Officer at Jackson Hewitt Tax Services. On the positive side, most of these changes are positive changes for the taxpayer. If you can navigate through the complicated rules, it will have a very positive taxpayer impact. With the greater complexity, there comes a greater benefit. Here are some of the key tax changes to keep in mind when preparing your 2021 federal tax return. Number 1, high standard deductions. When you prepare your taxes, you have the option of taking the standard deduction or itemizing deductions. Both reduce the amount of your income that is taxed. Itemizing can be more complicated than taking the standard deduction and is only worth doing if the total amount exceeds the standard deduction. Standard deductions increased in 2021 for those whose filing status is single, married, filing separately, and head of household. The amount increased by $150 from 2020. For joint filers, qualifying widows or widowers is increased by $300. Number 2, tax bracket adjustments. The 2021 federal income tax brackets also increased to account for inflation. However, the number of brackets didn't change, remaining at 7. With the lowest at 10% and the highest at 37%. These tax brackets are marginal, which means different portions of your taxable income will be taxed at different rates. These are the rates that apply to 2021 tax year, which is normally filed in 2022. While the changes were relatively small, it's possible that your tax burden could be lower this year if they resulted in you being bumped down to a lower bracket. 3, increased child tax credits. The American Rescue Plan of 2021 increased the amount families can claim for child tax credits. The 2021 amounts are $3,600 per child under age 6, $3,000 per child for ages 6 to 17. This compares with $2,000 for per child under age 17 previously. This measure provides tax relief to working families. The taxpayers whose adjusted gross income is within these thresholds qualify for the maximum credits. $75,000 or less for singles, $112,500 or less for heads of households, and $150,000 or less for married couples filing a joint return and qualified widows and widowers. Taxpayers who received advance payments in the second half of 2021 will receive the remainder after they file their tax returns. Those who didn't receive advance payments will receive the full credit. Those who received advance payments can use information in letter 6419 from the IRS to claim the balance. It's possible, however, that some taxpayers may have received more than the eligible credit and can find themselves in a position where they need to repay it. The challenge is the forms that are not matching up exactly with what people have received. And this is $20 billion of assets under management. I've been advising people to make sure that you have actually received agrees with the IRS letter 6419. It's going to be a challenge for people filing their taxes. Number 4, higher earned income credit. The earned income tax credit is a refundable tax credit that assists low and moderate income families. ARPA temporarily helps workers without children to claim the credit. It roughly triples the maximum credit for childless workers from $538 to $1,502. Based on the IRS reports and statistics on EITC, 25 million eligible workers and families received about $62 billion of EITC as of December 2020. The average amount received was $2,461. Taxpayers can reduce taxes owed and increase their tax refund with this credit. 5. Some student loan forgiveness is tax-free. In order to expand relief to Americans, certain student loan forgiveness is tax-free for 2021. The IRS says that the lender should not issue Forms 1099-C, cancellation of debt, for loans discharged from 2021 through 2025. Prior to ARPA, loans that are forgiven are included in the gross income and are reported in Forms 1099. 6. Charitable donations. Normally, taxpayers who select the standard deduction cannot claim a deduction for charitable contributions. A temporary tax change enacted in the CARES Act allows taxpayers who select standard deduction to claim a deduction of up to $300 for cash contributions made to qualifying charities in 2021. It increases to $600 for those filing married and filing jointly. In addition, for taxpayers who itemize their deductions, they can deduct 100% of the adjusted gross income in qualified charitable contributions. Previously, taxpayers could only deduct a range of 20 to 60% of AGI, depending on the type of contribution and type of charitable organization. 7. Unemployment benefits are taxable again. Many Americans were unemployed due to the pandemic and sought help from unemployment insurance. The American Rescue Plan allowed taxpayers to waive up to $10,200 of paid unemployment compensation for the 2020 tax year. If the adjusted gross income was less than $150,000, this was not extended in 2021. Therefore, you will pay taxes on unemployment compensation if you did not withhold taxes from your benefits in the 2021 tax year. 8. Stimulus checks. Taxpayers who did not receive the full amount of the payments from the third round of direct stimulus payments may be eligible to receive it through a recovery rebate credit. The amount of the credit is generally $1,400 per person. For example, for a family of 4, the credit could be a total of $5,600. This credit will reduce taxes owed or will be included in a tax refund for 2021. However, taxpayers will need to file a 2021 tax return to claim this credit, even if you don't have to file a tax return. You should receive letter 6475 from the IRS by the end of March if you qualify for this credit. According to the IRS, most people have already received the full amount. 9. Cryptocurrency reporting in tax returns. The Biden administration budget presented last year included new reporting requirements for cryptocurrency, and the administration's plan to strengthen tax compliance includes a requirement to report to the IRS transfers of at least $10,000 of cryptocurrency. So if you sold or traded Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency in 2021, the IRS wants to know about it. The rules around cryptocurrency have not changed, says Hopkins. The amount of data the IRS has and the urgency of which they are going to enforce the taxation of cryptocurrency has changed. The IRS will start enforcing tracking and start hunting down lost tax revenue due to crypto transactions. Form 1040 for tax year 2021 asks the following question. At any time during 2021, did you receive, sell, exchange, or otherwise dispose of any financial interest in any virtual currency? If the answer is yes, you must report it on Form 8949, sales and other dispositions of capital assets, and then summarize it on Form 1040, Schedule D, capital gains and losses. Anytime you exchange crypto one to another is a taxable transaction, Hobson says. If you buy something with crypto, it's a taxable transaction. If you sell crypto and exchange Bitcoins to US dollars, it's a taxable transaction. If you exchange crypto for anything, it's a taxable transaction. So what do you guys think about this article? 9 tips and basically 9 tax changes to know before filing your 2021 federal return. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. All right, last but not least, Article 5, the main topic today. Ukraine is buying bulletproof vests and night vision goggles using crypto. Some of the military suppliers to Ukraine have crypto accounts, said the Ukraine government. Some of the Ukraine weapons suppliers are accepting payments directly in crypto, a senior official told CoinDesk Monday. Ukraine weaponized crypto after Russia invaded the European nation at the end of February, raising over $60 million in Bitcoin, Ether, and other cryptocurrencies, and immediately spending some of these funds on fuel, food, and other supplies, including bulletproof vests for soldiers. Ukraine's de facto crypto ministry, the Ministry of Digital Transformation, is facilitating the buying of military equipment based on the demands of the Military of Defense, said Alex Boryankov, the deputy minister at the ministry. The operation involves Kuna, the Ukrainian exchange that set up the donation addresses, 2 ministries, 5 signatories, and several other government officials as key players. Boryankov is the deputy of Mikhailo Fedorov, the Minister of Digital Transformation and Vice Prime Minister. He told CoinDesk he was not in the nation's capital of Kyiv, but did not specify further. Spending crypto. At least 3 of 5 authorized signatories have to approve any expenditure of Ukraine's crypto funds. The process has been put in place in order to avoid a situation in which signatories are stuck in bunkers or incommunicado. Most of the people are in Ukraine, and it's a terrible situation right now. The war zone is in different parts of Ukraine. It is possible that people could be in a shelter or they can lose connection for days. So we have to have a redundancy plan just in case someone can't be in touch, Boryankov said. The ministry is working with Ukraine's Kuna exchange in a public-private partnership, as the exchange already had an infrastructure in place to receive the funds or transact on behalf of the government. What also helps Ukraine is some of its vendors are willing to accept crypto payments directly. Some of the military suppliers have accounts in crypto. Actually, some of them have companies and bank accounts in jurisdictions where cryptos are allowed, and they can just get crypto in Ethereum, Bitcoin, and of course in some stablecoins, Boryankov said. For Boryankov, crypto has been a more flexible and cheaper tool than bank transfers. It is easier, not complicated, transparent, and faster in comparison to a SWIFT transaction, which could take more than a day, he said. 3 of 5 signatories. Ukraine operates in a multi-signature wallet to control the donated cryptocurrencies, Boryankov said. I cannot say who controls the multi-sig wallet since it's a security matter, he said. We moved to a safe location because it is impossible. A couple of times a day, there are airstrikes, sirens, so we have to go in a shelter, the bombings. It's complicated, Boryankov said. Officials within Ukraine's Ministry of Defense decide how the crypto donations are to be spent through Boryankov's decline to name any specific individuals involved in the process. It's not just one person who decides. 3 people have to sign out of the 5 authorized signatories, and so who makes the decision doesn't really matter. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who has emerged as a rallying figure for the country, does not seem to be involved in these purchases. We don't speak to him directly. There is a big structure. There are people who are taking that decision. I don't know. There are more like black box to me. I know people who were appointed and who said you have to deal with this guy, Boryankov said, refusing to say who the guy was. Ukraine has not revealed a complete list of where the crypto donations are being spent for security purposes, but Boryankov has promised to do so in the future. Right now, we just can't put a list on what we bought because the enemy is watching. Boryankov said that the crypto fund is being used to purchase the non-lethal equipment for military purposes, such as bulletproof vests, night vision goggles, military-grade food rations, and medical equipment that helps with hemostasis, such as tourniquets. Ukraine's crypto fund has received $60 million, while Ukraine's national bank has received $280 million to $300 million in fiat currency donations from private parties. So there you guys have it. What do you guys think about this article? Ukraine is buying bulletproof vests and night vision goggles using crypto. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Okay, last but not least, let's take a look at the prices one last time. Bitcoin is at $38,327, Ethereum at $2,528, Tether $1, BNB $382, USD coin $1, XRP 72 cents, Terra $79, Cardano 80 cents, Solana $83, and last but not least, Avalanche at $72. So there you guys have it. Thank you so much for making it this far into the podcast and YouTube video. Again, this is Dave's Daily Crypto Take. Catch me on Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. And if you're in the YouTube space, like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great crypto day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.